Hey everyone, welcome back to Book Summary Podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive into The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra.
Oh, awesome.
So if you are, if you're looking to unlock your potential and create, a more fulfilling life, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on these deep dives.
Yeah. This book's amazing. It's not just some guide, some self-help book. It's like a treasure map.
Okay.
Like a treasure map to unlock your true potential and align with, all the natural flow of the universe, like all that stuff.
Okay. So tell me more about that. Like
Yeah.
how does Chopra actually define success?
Oh, yeah. He sees success as like a journey, like a journey of expanding your happiness, achieving your goals, like effortlessly.
Okay.
And it's about recognizing that true success is kind of like it encompasses all aspects of life.
Okay.
Like fulfilling relationships, good health, even material wealth.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not about chasing like quick fixes or superficial gains.
Right. So it's a more holistic view of success. It's not just about, climbing the corporate ladder or having a big bank account.
Exactly. It's about aligning with like the very principles that like govern creation itself.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. He calls them the 7 spiritual laws of success.
7 laws.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty intriguing, but maybe a bit overwhelming too. Like, where do we even begin with all that?
Well, the first law, it's like the foundation for everything else. The law of pure potentiality. Right. It's the idea that we are like at our core pure consciousness, a field of, infinite possibilities.
So we're not just these like limited separate selves, like struggling to make our way in the world.
Yeah.
There's actually something much bigger going on.
Exactly. Think of it like an ocean,
Okay.
On the surface, there are waves, there are storms, all this choppy stuff. But deep down, there's this stillness, this vastness.
Yeah.
That's like unaffected by all that surface turmoil.
Okay.
And that stillness, that's our true nature, our pure potentiality.
Wow. That's a powerful image. But how do we access that? That stillness, that pure potential? We're so like bombarded, with distractions, with demands in our daily lives.
Yeah. Well, Chopra, he offers some practical techniques like silence, meditation, and spending time in nature.
Yeah.
These practices, they can help us quiet the mind, and connect with that inner stillness.
Yeah, it's kind of like hitting the pause button on all the constant chatter in our heads.
Yes.
Giving ourselves a chance to actually like listen to that deeper wisdom within.
Exactly. And in that stillness, in that gap between thoughts, that's when we tap into the field of pure potentiality, where everything is possible.
Okay. So we cultivate that awareness of our pure potential. But then what? How do we start to like actualize it, to bring it into the world?
That's where the law of giving comes in.
Okay.
It's about recognizing the dynamic exchange, the give and take of the universe.
Go ahead.
Understanding that giving what we seek actually keeps abundance flowing in all areas of life, not just,
Okay. So it's not just about receiving, it's about actively participating in this flow of abundance.
Yes.
By giving.
Precisely. And it's not just, material giving. It can be giving our time, our attention, our love, our appreciation.
Yeah.
It's recognizing the interconnectedness of everything and actively contributing to the well-being of others.
I love that. It's like we're all part of this, intricate web.
Yeah.
And our actions, big or small, they have ripple effects that extend far beyond ourselves.
Yes, and the beauty of this law is that the more we give, the more we receive. It's not about, depleting ourselves. It's about circulation.
That makes so much sense. But isn't there a risk of, giving too much, of depleting ourselves in the process?
That's where discernment comes in.
Okay.
It's about giving from a place of abundance, not from a sense of lack or obligation. And it's about recognizing that true giving, it's energizing. It's not draining.
It's about giving with a joyful heart, knowing that we're participating in this, beautiful cycle of abundance.
Exactly. And that actually brings us to the law of karma, which often gets misunderstood.
Yeah. People often think of karma as like some kind of cosmic punishment system, right?
Right.
But it sounds like Chopra has a different perspective.
Yeah, he sees karma as simply cause and effect.
Right.
Every action we take, it generates energy that comes back to us in kind.
So if we plant seeds of kindness, of generosity, we'll reap a harvest of, abundance and joy.
Exactly. But it also works the other way around,
Right.
If we act from fear or anger or greed, we create negative karma that will eventually, come back to us.
So it's about becoming more conscious, right,
Mhm.
of the choices that we're making in each moment.
Yes.
Understanding that those choices, they have consequences that extend far beyond ourselves.
Yes, and Chopra, he emphasizes the importance of tuning into our body's sensations
Okay.
as like a guide.
Okay.
He says if a choice, if it feels comfortable, if it feels expansive, it's probably aligned with our highest good. But if it feels constricted,
Right.
uncomfortable, it might be a sign to like pause and reconsider.
That's fascinating. It's like our body's giving us these subtle cues all the time,
Right.
helping us navigate all the, complexities of life.
It is. It's about cultivating a deeper awareness, of our inner landscape, learning to trust the wisdom of our own being.
It sounds like these first three laws, they're all about aligning with, our inner power and creating positive energy. But how do we actually translate that, into tangible success in the world?
That's where the law of least effort comes in.
Okay.
This law, it invites us to tap into the effortless ease with which nature operates.
Effortless ease.
Yeah.
That sounds almost too good to be true. We live in a culture that glorifies hard work,
Yeah.
and struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, but look at nature.
Yeah.
Grass doesn't struggle to grow, Birds don't strain to fly. They just align with the natural forces at play and effortlessly express their potential.
I see what you mean, but how do we as humans like access that effortless flow in our own lives, especially when we're facing, challenges, obstacles?
Well, Chopra, he suggests that the key lies in releasing the ego's need for control
Okay.
and tapping into the power of love as a more efficient energy source.
So it's about surrendering to like a higher power, trusting that, things will unfold as they should.
In a way, yeah. But it's not about, passivity or resignation. It's about aligning our actions with our with our deepest desires, with our intentions, and then letting go of the need to like micromanage the outcome.
It's about trusting the process, knowing that the universe has our back.
Exactly. And Chopra, he emphasizes that, a lot of our energy, it's wasted upholding our, self-importance,
Yeah.
defending our point of view, resisting what is. When we let go of that need to be right,
Yeah.
to be in control, we free up, a ton of energy to create, to experience the true grandeur of the universe.
So it's about releasing like the ego's grip and allowing ourselves to be guided by higher wisdom.
Precisely. It's about shifting from a state of, doing to a state of allowing, from a place of force to a place of flow.
That sounds so liberating. But how do we actually put this law of least effort like into practice in our daily lives?
Well, Chopra breaks it down, into three components: acceptance, responsibility, and defenselessness.
Okay, let's unpack that. What does he mean by acceptance?
Acceptance means acknowledging that this moment is as it should be, without resisting it.
Okay.
It's about surrendering to what is rather than fighting against it.
So it's not about like passively accepting everything that happens to us, right?
Right.
But about choosing to see the present moment with, open eyes and a peaceful heart.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it doesn't look the way we, expect or desire.
And what about responsibility? How does that fit into the law of least effort?
Responsibility means, taking ownership of our situation without blaming others. It's about recognizing that we have the power to choose our response to any circumstance.
So even when things feel, challenging or unfair, we always have the power to choose how we react.
Absolutely. And often the most effortless path is the one that involves, taking responsibility for our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own actions.
That makes sense. And what about defenselessness? It seems kind of counterintuitive to be defenseless when we're, trying to achieve success in the world.
Well, Chopra, he sees defenselessness as letting go of the need to to defend our point of view.
Okay.
It's about being open to other perspectives, willing to see things from different angles.
So it's about releasing the need to be right all the time.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that there's always more than one way to see things, and that our perspective, it's just one piece of the puzzle.
This is some seriously mind-shifting stuff.
Hmm.
Aligning with nature's effortless flow. Releasing the ego's grip. It's like a whole new way of being in the world.
It is. And it opens us up to a whole new level of creativity, of possibility.
Before we move on, I just want to remind everyone watching to hit that like button.
Yes.
And subscribe to our channel. We're deep diving into all 7 laws, so stay tuned for more.
Okay, so we've covered the first 4 laws.
Mm-hmm.
What comes next?
Next up is the law of intention and desire.
Okay.
And this is where things get, really interesting in terms of, manifesting our goals and our dreams.
Intention and desire. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, this law, it explores the power we have to transform energy and information into reality.
Okay.
Chopra describes it as, like harnessing the power of our thoughts, of our feelings, of our beliefs to shape our experience.
So our thoughts actually have the power to create our reality.
Well, it's not quite that simple.
Okay.
It's not just, about thinking positive thoughts and poof, your dream life appears.
But it is about understanding that our intentions, our desires, when they're aligned with our true purpose and fueled by, our focused attention, they can influence the unfolding of events in our lives.
So it's about, consciously directing our energy, our attention towards what we want to create.
Exactly. Chopra, he emphasizes that attention energizes and intention transforms. Whatever we focus our attention on, it grows stronger in our lives.
That makes sense. If we're constantly dwelling on negative thoughts and fears, we're essentially feeding those energies,
right,
and making them more powerful.
Exactly. And the opposite is also true. When we focus our attention on what we want, when we cultivate feelings of gratitude, of joy, we're aligning ourselves with the frequency of abundance and attracting more of those experiences into our lives.
So it's about being mindful of where we're directing our energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both mentally and emotionally.
Exactly. And the law of intention and desire, it gives us a framework for harnessing that power consciously, creatively.
Okay, I'm ready to learn more.
Great.
How does Chopra suggest we actually apply this law in our lives?
Well, he outlines 5 steps. Slipping into the gap, releasing our intentions and desires, remaining in self-referral, relinquishing attachment to the outcome.
Okay.
And letting the universe handle the details.
Whoa, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Let's start with slipping into the gap. What does that mean?
Remember the law of pure potentiality.
Yeah.
Slipping into the gap is about, accessing that state of pure awareness, that stillness within where we connect to the field of all possibilities.
It's like quieting the mental chatter and tapping into that source of infinite creativity.
Exactly. And from that space of pure potentiality, we then release our intentions and desires. Release
them. I thought we were supposed to be like focusing on them, giving them our attention.
We are, but it's not about clinging to them with a tight grip. It's more like planting a seed in fertile soil and then trusting that it'll grow. We release our intentions and desires into that field of pure potentiality, trusting that the universe will orchestrate the perfect unfolding.
So it's about surrendering control, trusting that a higher intelligence is at work.
Exactly. And that brings us to the 3rd step, remaining in self-referral.
Okay, remind me what that means again.
Self-referral is about recognizing our own inherent worth, our own power.
Okay.
It's about shifting from a state of, seeking validation, seeking approval from, external sources to a place of inner knowing and self-acceptance.
It's about recognizing that we are already whole, that we are complete exactly as we are.
Precisely. And when we operate from that place of self-referral, we're less likely to get caught up in the ego's need for control.
Yeah.
And more able to trust the unfolding of our desires.
That makes sense. And what about relinquishing attachment to the outcome? Isn't that kind of counterintuitive when we're talking about, setting intentions and manifesting our goals?
It can seem that way, but Chopra, he emphasizes that, attachment to a specific outcome can actually block the flow of abundance.
How so?
Well, when we're overly attached to a specific outcome, we limit the universe's ability to deliver in ways we might not even, be able to imagine.
So it's about holding our desires with an open hand,
Yeah.
trusting that the universe might have something even better in store for us.
Exactly. It's about surrendering to the mystery of life, knowing that we're always being guided towards our highest good, even if it doesn't look the way we expect.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. And what's the final step?
Letting the universe handle the details.
Okay.
This is about trusting that the universe has a much grander plan than we can even conceive of.
So we do our part, by setting clear intentions, aligning our energy, and then we step back and we allow the universe to work its magic.
Exactly. It's about surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that we're always being supported, being guided.
This is such a powerful concept. It's like we're co-creating with the universe, aligning our energy with the natural forces at play.
Precisely. And when we do that, when we trust in the process and surrender to the flow, we open ourselves up to a whole new level of abundance and joy.
Wow. These first 5 laws have been absolutely incredible. Make sure to stick around for part 2, or we'll be diving into the final 2 laws of success. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're going to keep going through these spiritual laws from Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. If you are just joining us, be sure to go back and check out part 1 where we, kind of laid the foundation.
Yeah, the first 5 laws have already been such a revelation. Like, it's amazing how Chopra connects these, spiritual concepts to, practical ways to experience more success and joy in life.
Absolutely. And now we're moving into a concept that can seem a little paradoxical, the law of detachment.
Okay.
It might sound counterintuitive, but Chopra suggests that to truly manifest our desires, we actually need to detach from the outcome.
Okay, that's definitely a mind bender. How can we be passionate about our goals and also detached from whether or not they actually happen?
Yeah, it's not about, becoming indifferent or giving up on our dreams. It's about understanding that attachment, it comes from fear, from insecurity.
Yeah.
While detachment, it comes from a place of trust.
Okay.
And faith in the universe's unfolding.
So it's about releasing that tight grip on how things should be and opening ourselves up to possibilities that we might not have even considered.
That's a great way to put it. Detachment, it doesn't mean we don't care about the outcome.
Yeah.
It means we trust that whatever happens is for our highest good, even if we don't understand it in the moment.
Chopra uses a great analogy in the book. He says chasing symbols. It's like settling for the map instead of the territory.
Oh yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Imagine you're on a road trip and you're using a map, right?
Okay.
To guide you. The map is helpful, but it's not the actual experience of the journey.
Right.
Similarly, we can get so caught up in chasing these, external symbols of success, like money, like status, possessions.
Yeah.
That we forget about the richness of the journey itself.
So it's about focusing on the present moment, on the experience we're having along the way, rather than obsessing over reaching a specific destination.
Exactly, and that brings us to another important aspect of the law of detachment: embracing uncertainty.
Okay.
Chopra, he challenges the idea that security, it comes from external things. True security, he says, lies in the wisdom of uncertainty.
That's a powerful idea, especially in a world that often feels so chaotic.
Yeah.
And so unpredictable.
It is. But when we resist uncertainty, we kind of close ourselves off to possibilities.
Yeah. And we create unnecessary stress and anxiety. When we embrace uncertainty, we open ourselves up to the creative flow of life.
Yeah.
And allow the universe to surprise us.
So it's about shifting our mindset from, fear of the unknown to curiosity and openness to what might emerge.
Exactly. And that openness, that willingness to embrace the unknown, it can lead to, some pretty amazing experiences.
Chopra even reframes the idea of good luck in this context, doesn't he?
He does. He says, good luck is simply preparedness meeting opportunity.
Okay.
When we're detached from specific outcomes but alert to, possibilities, we're more likely to spot those opportunities and seize them when they arise.
That's a great reminder that being open to new possibilities is key to inviting more, good luck into our lives. So we've talked about releasing attachment to outcomes, embracing uncertainty. Is there anything else Chopra highlights about the law of detachment?
Yeah, he also talks about the importance of non-judgment. When we detach from our need to control the outcome, we can also detach from our need to judge ourselves and others.
So it's about accepting ourselves.
Yes.
And others exactly as we are, without, labeling things as good or bad, right or wrong.
Precisely. And that non-judgmental awareness, it allows us to experience life with more peace, with more equanimity, even in the midst of challenges.
This law of detachment is truly profound. It's like a whole new way of navigating life with more trust, with more ease and more openness. But I'm curious, how does it connect to the final law, the law of Dharma?
It connects beautifully. Remember, the law of Dharma is all about discovering our unique purpose and using our gifts to serve others. Well, when we practice detachment, we create space for our Dharma to unfold naturally.
So it's like releasing the ego's grip on how things should be.
Yeah.
Allows our true purpose to kind of emerge more organically.
Exactly. When we're attached to specific outcomes, we might miss those subtle whispers of our Dharma. The synchronicities and opportunities that are guiding us towards our soul's calling.
That's fascinating. So by practicing detachment, we're actually becoming more receptive to our true purpose.
Precisely. And the law of Dharma invites us to fully embrace that purpose.
Okay, let's dive into this final law.
Great.
What does Chopra say about discovering our Dharma?
Well, he describes Dharma as the intersection of our unique talents, our deepest passions and our desire to serve the world. It's about aligning our actions with our true self and contributing our gifts to the greater good.
Yeah. So it's not just about, what we're good at, right?
Right.
It's about what lights us up and how we can, use that passion to make a positive impact.
Exactly. Chopra, he outlines 3 components of Dharma: discovering our true self, expressing our unique talents, and serving humanity. He encourages us to ask ourselves questions like, what am I truly passionate about? What brings me joy? How can I use my gifts to make a difference in the world?
It's a treasure hunt.
Right.
Uncovering the hidden gems within ourselves and sharing them with the world.
It is. And Chopra, he emphasizes that when we align with our Dharma, we tap into this, the source of boundless energy and inspiration. He says, when you are in Dharma, you are naturally supported by the creative forces of the universe.
So it's not about struggling. It's not about forcing things to happen.
Right.
It's about aligning with the natural flow of the universe and allowing our gifts to unfold effortlessly.
Precisely. And that alignment with our Dharma can lead to this deep sense of fulfillment, of purpose in life.
I love that. It's like when we're living in alignment with our Dharma, we're not just working. We're expressing our soul's purpose and contributing to the greater good.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important aspect of the law of Dharma: shifting our internal dialogue.
Okay.
From what's in it for me to how can I help.
That's a powerful shift in perspective. It's about moving from a place of ego-driven ambition to a place of service and contribution.
Precisely. And that shift in focus, it can have a profound impact on our experience of success. When we're focused on how we can help others, abundance, it flows naturally into our lives.
So it's like the more we give, the more we receive.
Exactly. And that giving can take, can take many forms. Sharing our time, sharing our talents, offering kindness and compassion, simply being present, being attentive to those around us.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness
Hmm.
and contributing to the well-being of the whole.
Exactly. And when we do that, when we align with our dharma and live from a place of service, we not only, create a more fulfilling life for ourselves, we also make the world a better place.
This law of Dharma is truly inspiring. It's a reminder that we each have a unique role to play in the grand symphony of life.
It is. And Chopra, he encourages us to embrace that role,
Right.
with enthusiasm, with joy, and a deep sense of gratitude. He reminds us that we are, spiritual beings having this incredible human experience, and applying these laws, it can make this moment and every moment worthwhile.
These 7 laws have been such a profound journey of discovery. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for creating a more fulfilling and successful life. What are some key takeaways that you think our listeners should really ponder?
For me, it's the interconnectedness of it all. Each law, it builds upon the previous one, creating this beautiful tapestry of spiritual principles that can guide us towards our highest potential.
It's like a spiral staircase leading us ever upward towards a more expansive and joyful way of being in the world.
Exactly. And I think it's important to remember that this is a journey, not a destination. It's about practicing these principles daily, allowing them to transform our thoughts, our feelings, our actions over time.
It's about embracing the process, trusting the unfolding, and celebrating the small victories along the way.
Absolutely. And remember, you are pure potentiality.
So what's one practical step our listeners can take today, to start incorporating these laws into their lives?
I would encourage them to reflect on the law of Dharma, to really ponder, their unique talents and how they can, use those talents to contribute to the world.
Right.
Chopra suggests asking yourself, if money was no object and you had all the time in the world, what would you do?
It's a powerful way to unlock your passions and discover the work that truly lights you up.
And then consider how you can use those talents to serve others, to make a positive difference in the world.
It doesn't have to be, something grand or complicated.
Right.
Even small acts of kindness and service, they can ripple out and create positive change.
Absolutely. And as you start to align with your dharma, you'll likely find that the other laws, they begin to fall into place more naturally.
It's like a domino effect, right? One positive shift leading to another.
Exactly. And before we move on to part 3, I just want to remind everyone to hit that like button.
Yes.
And subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives.
Yes.
Into other amazing books.
Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with more insights, inspiration from 7 spiritual laws of success.
All right, welcome back to our final segment on Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. We've covered so much, exploring these principles that can really transform our lives.
It's really incredible how these 7 laws, they all weave together, right? Creating a framework for, living with more purpose, more abundance, more joy.
Chopra, he leaves us with this powerful message in the book's conclusion. It's like a final aha moment that ties everything together. He reminds us that we are spiritual beings having human experiences.
That's a profound statement. It shifts our entire perspective, right? Like all the striving, all the achieving, the material pursuits. It's all happening within this larger context of spiritual growth and evolution.
Exactly. And if we can remember that, if we can, approach life from that place of spiritual awareness, then even the most, mundane moments, they become infused with meaning.
It's like seeing the world through a new lens.
Yeah.
Recognizing the sacredness in every interaction. in every experience.
Chopra, he talks about how we're all, travelers on this cosmic journey. We're made of stardust, swirling and dancing in this vast universe, in this life, this human experience. It's just a small but precious moment in eternity.
It makes you realize that every connection, every challenge, every joy, it's part of like a grander tapestry of our spiritual evolution.
It's a beautiful way to kind of reframe our perspective.
Yeah.
To find, meaning and purpose in the everyday moments that make up our lives.
So what does this all mean for us, like here and now? How can we apply this profound understanding to our daily lives?
I think it's a call to live more consciously, to approach each day with a sense of wonder, with a sense of gratitude, and knowing that we are, spiritual beings having this incredible, this human experience about, savoring each moment, appreciating the beauty, the interconnectedness of life, and recognizing the divine spark within ourselves and everyone we encounter. And remember, the true measure of success, it's not just about, material wealth or achievements,
right,
but about the joy, the love, the connections that we create along the way.
It's about, living a life that's aligned with our values, our purpose,
Yeah.
our deepest desires.
It's about embracing the 7 spiritual laws of success, to create a life that's not only abundant, and also, meaningful and fulfilling.
This deep dive into Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success has been truly transformative. I feel, inspired to apply these principles to my own life and to share them with others.
I hope you do. It's a journey well worth taking.
And if you're feeling inspired to explore these laws further, we highly encourage you to check out the book for yourself.
Yeah, it's full of rich insights and practical guidance that can help you unlock your true potential and create a life of purpose, of abundance, of joy.
And until our next deep dive, remember to nurture your spirit, embrace the present moment, and live with intention.
We'll catch you in the next episode.